Hello. So in Spore, we're going to be starting off as a cell, and we're going to work our way towards the center of the galaxy. But to get there quickly, we need to be a certain archetype. And you get an archetype based on what you do in the game entirely. And for the cell stage, we want to be a carnivore. But we start off as an herbivore because we start off with 2 eyes. The more food you eat, the more DNA you get. And the more DNA you have, the more things you can buy. And we want to buy flagella. So we sold one of our eyes to have enough DNA to buy another flagella. And then we added over a carnivore mouth so we can start eating meat. To eat meat, we either need to find food particles, like we see all around us, or we need to kill cells and eat the meat they drop, like this. Or we need to eat cells that are smaller than us, like this little pink guy right here, who's actually going to be our next meal. And then once we eat them, we're going to level up. And preferably we want to level up with a bunch of cells our size near us, so that when we level up, we can start eating them right away, because they're going to be smaller than us. And once we eat this guy, we're going to evolve. Which allows us to eat that guy. And so the cell stage just goes like this. You want to kill other cells. Specifically, we're going to kill this cell in a sec. He took damage, which is great. And we caught him before he ran away, which is even better. And because we got that part of his, we're going to have a nice part in a sec. Actually, we're going to level up right here. We're actually on a pretty good pace so far. So we just keep adding flagella parts to go faster. And we're going to keep looking for meat. Now, the difference in time you can get for the RNG in the cell stage is about a minute. You can either get a really good time, which is a 420. And I'm not trying to be a jokester or anything. That is my best split for the cell stage. It's 4 minutes and 18 seconds. And a really slow time would be pretty much anything after 5 minutes. Usually 5 minutes 30 seconds is the slowest. Usually you don't get any slower than 6 minutes, but it can happen. And we actually didn't get a part we needed. We're going to get it right here. Very fortunately. And this guy's afraid of us, so we're going to get more meat here. Oh, and I missed it. My hitbox. So the hitbox is a little funny on the mouth. Luckily it's not too unforgiving. And we should level up right here, I think. Nice. So now we've leveled up, we're going to get our final part, which is going to be the cilia. And we're doing okay on time, actually. So we don't need to get any other parts, and we don't need to mate anymore. We're going to just keep eating meat until we get to 25 DNA. That part is negligible. Luckily we're getting really good meat spawns. And if we can hit this guy, unfortunately we did not. Yeah, unlucky, but we're fine. Luckily we catch him right there. So you use your mouse to fly around the map. No, we actually might be able to get this guy. Nice. Killing this guy is really rare. You don't usually kill those guys because they're so hard to kill. They have spikes around them and everything. Ooh. And now we're going to kill one of these guys, and then we should have enough meat to level up. And luckily we're going to level up right next to all these cells. Ooh, very fortunate. Luckily we got that. That was very close to not being a kill. It's very hard to kill those guys as well. Ooh, this is great. Perfect. Ooh, this is even better. So we want to kill these cells right here, because these cells drop a ton of meat and a couple eggs, And the eggs are also worth DNA. So as you can see right there, we got it. And don't be deceived, that's not a very great time. We were sub 5 minutes, which is great, but we could have saved even more time. But that was okay. That was acceptable. We're gonna get rid of our carnivore mouth and add an herbivore mouth here. The reason we do this is because as we progress through the rest of the game, if we were just a carnivore, all we could do to eat food and get health, farm food for the tribal stage, we'd have to get meat. And that, it is a little bit faster and it's kind of convenient, but the fastest way to do the tribal stage is a little bit of farming, which is vegetables and a little bit of meat. But the only way we can farm vegetables is if we have an herbivore mouth. So we add the herbivore mouth before we go into the creature stage, because that's the last chance we have to add a herbivore mouth. So now we're in the creature stage, and to get DNA points, and to progress the green bar at the bottom, we need to interact with other creatures, and we can either do that by socializing, which is what I'm doing right here. I'm singing with them, or I can get it by killing them, and that's the faster way, marginally. But the reason we do it by killing is because, once again, the archetype that you get as you reach the end of the game is what you're going for. You want to have certain abilities throughout the, based on what you chose to do in each stage. And we're also looking for parts by digging through these bones. You can get parts by either digging through the bones, or befriending or killing alpha creatures. And you're going to see me doing that with every alpha creature we encounter. So we're going to befriend these two, and then we're going to befriend the alpha, because the alpha can drop a part. And the parts actually do matter in this stage. They are in levels, basically. And the more parts we get, the more diversity we have for improving our abilities. So we're going to befriend our mate here before we do it. And we can add creatures to our pack to help us do these missions, specifically to hunt creatures. And we actually got none of the parts we needed. This is actually a very rough start for us. 0 of the parts we actually needed to get through this run. We didn't get the strike ability, we didn't get the feat we wanted. So we're going to be using, unfortunately, very weak parts. So this is kind of a really rough start. It's going to be really hard to save time moving forward, but we'll see what happens. We're going to start by killing these guys right here. So we use our buttons down here to attack. We have bite, we have strike, and we have charge. Charge closes the gap and stuns them for a brief moment. Strike does the most damage, and then bite is the default attack. We're still not getting any of the parts we need. And we want to kill creatures that are roughly our level. If we kill creatures that aren't our level, they're going to be worth less DNA. And luckily we got the part we needed. So these guys are our level. So they're going to be worth about 25 DNA. And as you can see there, that charge stunned him, so we were able to get right back on top of him. And this is the last guy we have to hunt to kill this nest. So thankfully we killed him. We're gonna pick up these bones real quick. And there's the strike we need. So now we're basically all set on all the parts we need. Thank you, Magikarp. So in coalition, in what's the word I'm looking for here? In cooperation with the levels you get for the things you fight, the level of the part you get from killing the alphas increases proportionally. These are really dangerous guys. We don't want to fight them. So we have all the parts we need. We're gonna just go home and mate. And we're gonna add these feet, remove this, and add Remove those hands and add this strike. That's all we need to add. Oh wait, we can add a mouth. There we go. So now we have level 3 bite, level 2 charge, and level 2 strike, which is okay. Luckily we get the migration cutscene, so we're going into the next phase of the creature stage, which is migrating to a new nest. We're also going to get these guys real quick. And once we kill these guys, we should level up, which will be very convenient. Unfortunately, these guys are really good at running away for some reason. Luckily, we kill them now. And that did level us up, so now we can kill these guys, because we're a little bit healthier. We have more attack, or more HP. But these guys are also actually really strong, and I'm actually going to probably die here. See, my guy's afraid. Yeah, my guy might actually die instead of me, which would be really unlucky. So I'm going to get a little bit of food while these guys are battling it out for whatever reason. And we're going to build up our health by doing it. And then a cutscene should be happening right now. We're going to charge this guy, strike, and he'll almost be dead. And I want to kill one more alpha, but it's going to be really hard for me to do that without dying. Actually, no, it won't be that bad. Yeah, we'll be fine. So we'll kill the alpha. Yeah, he's at half health, and he can't kill us at this point. So we'll get the DNA, and we'll move on. So those guys are very aggressive. We don't want to deal with them. These guys, however, are not aggressive, and we can probably kill them really quickly. Oh, they're actually evolving right now, I think. Yeah, actually, this is not good. I'm actually going to pop my ability there, so I can get some food real quick. That ability makes them really scared, and then they all go running off, but I actually needed a little bit of health, and I didn't want to die. So hopefully I didn't run off too far, because I really need to kill them. They're all the way over here. Luckily we have charge, so we can go right after them. And luckily they stopped being afraid, so now we can kill these two really quickly. Actually, I might die here, so I'm going to back off real quick and then charge back in. But yeah, I probably could die here, which should not be great. And I actually want to wait just a sec, because I'm so weak I actually can't fight this. Luckily we activated a cutscene, so actually because of that I'm going to fight this guy. Oh, please don't die. Please don't die! Oh, clutch. I have 1 HP left. So we're going to heal up real quick. I almost died there. That was unfortunate. But we're also going to be heading home very shortly, and we can fight these guys while we do it. I have not played Galactic Adventures. No. We have to kill this baby, unfortunately. So now the first cutscene is happening, and we're still not quite finished with hunting these guys. So we activate a cutscene, and this guy's almost dead. And I have no idea where the leggies are. They're over here. And they actually might not even be spawned right now. Nope. So we're gonna add one more to our... Ooh, this is good. This is good. These are the pack I was talking about. These guys are 15 HP each. There's only 3 of them, and they're worth 35 DNA. This is RNG whether or not these kind of creatures spawn, but if they do, it's so worth it. So now we're gonna get one more. It's kind of funny you mentioned that about the energy packs, because you can actually get to the center of the galaxy with only 5, or less than 5. Which is pretty cool. So now we have all the stats we need for the rest of the run. We have good charge, good strike, good bite. Unfortunately, we did not activate the final cutscene, or the final migration cutscene. But we should be able to kill one more leggy, assuming one's respawned. It would be a real shame if they were randomly extinct for no reason. They are randomly extinct for no reason. That's a shame. But we found a rogue. Rogues give 100 DNA for killing them. Unfortunately, this one has good strike. But the strat to kill them is you need to constantly charge him. Can't allow him to get too much damage off. Like as soon as you have charge ready, you have to back up and then charge in. Stun lock him, hit him with your strikes and everything, and hope he doesn't kill everyone. See right there, he's about to kill my guy. So I'm actually gonna intervene real quick. Unfortunately, I didn't intervene quite correctly, and this is actually really bad. So I need to draw him closer, and then not... Nice. I got the credit for it too. So in the last run, I reset before this. I reset because I killed a rogue after dying twice to it, because he was right next to our area. I killed him twice, and or he killed me twice, but I only got credit for one of the kills. So that should trigger the migration cutscene. We don't need to upgrade anything, so we just go right to it. So there's a really aggressive pack right around the corner here, worth a lot of DNA. But they're also really healthy, so I'm a little worried. We'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, it's a migrating pack. They only have 4 members in their actual nest. But still. They're worth a lot of DNA in the long run. And these guys are worth a very similar amount of DNA. So once you get into this part of the stage where you have really good abilities, really good stats, you go through the game really quickly, or through fights really quickly, because you take what stats you have and then you multiply it by 4, and that's how much damage you're doing. So it goes really quickly. Unfortunately, we're going to have to double back for those creatures, but this works out really well because what we're going to do is we're going to find our nest, get the DNA points for migrating, and then we're going to mate. And we're going to add the parts that just upgraded us. And then because we've mated, they're going to respawn, and we're going to be able to finish them off. And all we really need are these 2 parts, but we'll add all of the parts. So now we're doing really good on attacking stats, but we're going to lose a little bit of time because we have to get the tiniest little bit of DNA left, and we have to do it by doubling back. The most efficient way to get your DNA is to get all the kills you need while you're migrating, and then get all the, and then migrate, and then get the points that way. But unfortunately, we could not do that. Ooh, is that a rogue? We could also kill a rogue. Oh, and he's attacking these guys for no reason. We're gonna finish hunting these guys though. And actually, we're gonna hunt the baby next. Nice. So now we're gonna hunt the rogue, and this rogue's gonna die a lot faster. This rogue's gonna die really quickly, actually, especially with the stun lock strats. Okay, so now we're gonna level up here, which is good because that means we won't lose that much time. We didn't level up! Oh, what a troll. We just need to kill this baby and we're done. We need 1 DNA. Are you kidding me? We lost a lot of time there. We lost the most possible time we could. We killed 2 rogues and we lost time. Like, that is unreal. That is uncanny to lose time like that. Just very silly. Yeah. So now we're in the tribal stage, and this is where the game goes from being like a first person, you're the one controlling yourself, and it turns more into real-time strategy. You control your tribe, and we're going to give them 2 little parts here, 2 little costume pieces that actually give stat boosts. So instead of using DNA to, you know, get the things you like, you just have the ability to get costume pieces that upgrade you, but those are the only ones we add. They give us bonus points for gathering food, and bonus points for socializing. And that's how we're going to be getting through this next stage, is we need either conquer or ally with other tribes to get through this progress. But to do that, we need to get food. Food does everything in this stage. It allows us to give gifts to the tribes that hate us, and allows us to make buildings and make babies. So the very start of this section is about getting food, which unfortunately is a little time consuming, but there are faster ways to do it, and it just depends on the RNG of the what you encounter. For example, these guys are going to be farming, and that's going to take a little bit of time, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my chieftain put a trap right here, which is an ability I have, and that's going to make all these creatures come over. And then when they come over, they're gonna die. And then we're gonna harvest their organs. To put it lightly. And actually we have all the babies we need, and I haven't been upgrading the babies. And that's actually a good spawn for us, having them spawn over here, because only one other tribe can spawn to the left, and then most of the other tribes are gonna spawn in this area on the right. Alright, so let's see. So we're gonna quickly kill this guy, just to get a little extra meat out of him. We're gonna have these two farm in this area, while the rest of these guys do their thing, basically. Hunting meat and all that. And we're giving them instruments, because that's how you socialize, is you basically do little dance parties. Click buttons. Huge. We should have enough food in just a moment. This guy's still making food. We're gonna send all our guys right now to talk to the brown tribe while they're here. Once I hear that food land. This is really bad too. Them fighting right now is bad. Looks like we're gonna have to help out. This is rare. We don't see this very often. Helping out by killing these other things. So now we can socialize after all that. And to do that, we just need to play the horns. But it's okay. What's up, Oniwaka? It's glad to hear that. Yeah, it's actually a pretty easy run overall. Just takes a little good RNG. We can make things happen. So unfortunately we got a tool for that, but that's okay because these two are gonna get maracas. And now we have just enough food to get us through the rest of the run. Ooh, this is actually... Dang. Funny story. It would actually be faster to talk to this guy. Actually, it would be faster to... Dude, all these things right here. This is so rare to have this many convenient creatures nearby. So rare for that to be happening. Truly. I actually could not decide who I wanted to befriend, but because these guys are fishing, they're going to be there for a while, so I'd rather befriend the green tribe while they're close by, rather than having to hike all the way up there to get to them. So this is going to save time. I just couldn't decide if I want to get the green guys or the pink guys, but the pink guys are already coming back, so we made the right decision. We're going to befriend these guys pretty easily. And hopefully the pink guys can keep walking and we'll be set. And I actually want to grab those blue guys before they escape too, so hopefully that happens. And unfortunately we got the didgeridoo. But luckily we got the didgeridoo. And actually we can do this right here real quick. So this is going to be a kind of a tricky spot. And we'll see how it pays off. Ooh, that would have been bad. We're gonna get them didgeridoos. And we're gonna socialize. Okay, that was a little bit of a time loss, but we'll be fine. The blue guys are still stuck here, and we're gonna get this pink guy really quickly. Okay, we're all set. It's gonna be really hard for us to save time here, but we'll see if we can. It'd be very cool if we did. Though it wouldn't make a lot of sense. And look, these blue guys are walking over to us. It's phenomenal. Oh my goodness, stop it. Oh my goodness. See, this is wasting time. By them moving all the way over here, they have to reorganize themselves just because I misclicked. Like, that alone cost me a little bit of time, but that's okay. We're gonna be fine. I haven't even used that, so I forgot how to use that. I saw the didgeridoo and I'm like, wait, what is that? I've never used that before. So we're gonna start socializing these guys, but we're gonna send one of our guys over here to befriend these guys, and we're gonna get everyone but this guy to socialize with the blue tribe. And none of my guys are here! Oh my goodness. If this works, Oh my goodness, if this works. It worked. Oh my goodness, that's unreal. We managed to get one of our guys walked in close enough for us to activate to be able to use the maracas. Because to socialize, you have to have your guys with you. They have to play the instruments naturally. But none of my guys were there. My chieftain decided randomly to start doing it, and I just happened to get it. So this is good. We'll be able to get this guy a little bit closer by clicking away. And it's even funny because he's stuck in wave mode, so he won't go away too far if I misclick. But my guys are still moving while I'm selecting this guy, and so I'm able to pull him a little bit closer until the rest of my guys can catch up, and then we'll be able to befriend him. Cheesy, I probably could break sub 50 right now. Like, this is not a great run, and actually being 50 seconds behind in the creature stage costs, even with 2 rows, that makes no sense to me. But I could get sub 50 with this this save file I have right here, because the civilization stage and the travel stage are just so ridiculously good. So we're actually going to save a little time, but not a lot. We're going to save enough time to not be too far in the red. Might even get a gold split technically. It's hard to say. But the tribal stage and the civilization stage on this save file are ridiculously fast, like the fastest I've ever gotten. The creature stage is also really fast, but you still need good RNG with the creatures you find to get a good time. And I just need all those to combine in one for me to get a sub 50, which is unreal. Like, I accidentally got a world record run earlier this week just because this file is so good. 449 is unreal. There's no way you've actually beaten the Civ stage in 5 minutes. That's like actually impossible. Like, I guarantee that's impossible. Unless you mean 4 hours, 49 minutes, because I can definitely beat that. But let's put it this way. You can get in the space stage in 35 minutes. It's that fast. Okay, I could probably beat that time then. I could probably beat it right now, actually. Watch this. Love these ridiculous sounds while you send people on missions. It's really funny. So while everyone's converging over there, we're going to get this one last guy over here, and then we're going to capture that city by religious force. So what we do here in the civilization stage is we start off with fast vehicles to get all the resources. And then once we do that, we switch them to religious vehicles that actually have attacking power. So for example, this is perfect actually. I should be able to, yep. Perfect. This is the perfect RNG. This could be a sub 50, just because of this RNG. So we're going to send all our guys over to that city really fast. And then once they get there, we switch them to a vehicle that doesn't have any speed, but has religious power. And we use that to capture the city. And that's the strat. We use fast vehicles to get there, and then we use bulky vehicles to capture it. And now we can sell our ship. No, the number of civilizations that spawn is always the same. It is always the same. You will always get 10 civilizations that spawn. It will never be more, it will never be less, because you can only capture 10 cities. So now we're going to capture one last city, and then once we've captured 4 cities, aka the 4 cities on our continent, and this is the truth in every Spore game, I don't know how they managed to code it, but they made it so that every time you spawn on a continent, you will always have 4 cities on there. I don't know how they did it. It's pretty cool coding. So now we're going to make an airplane. An airplane is how we're going to travel for the rest of the game. We make 6 of them, and that's usually enough to get us through the rest of the game. They're really fast, and then we just let them cap. So this is not too terrible. We can go from the blue to the green to the red, and that'll be enough to activate our final bomb, which lets us capture the entire city. It's basically the click to win button. If you have 6 cities and enough money, you can convert every other city. But naturally that costs money. And you can make it a little bit cheaper. Ooh, I don't know how I'm organized. I think this is right. It is. We lucked out. Ooh, it would have been faster to go for the pink. That's fine. That pink randomly spawned, so it's not my fault. So now we convert. Yeah, it might be faster to do that. It's a very interesting notion. But the boat strat is also kind of a gamble. I don't know the maximum speed for a boat. But if the boat is faster, I mean, like for something like this organization, the way this is built, this planet, this map, it would be faster to use airplanes because, like, using a boat to get through all these different areas is just unrealistic. Like, you'd have to go all the way out here, and that's not too bad between these 2 cities next to each other. But then there's things like this. I mean, like, you could probably manage if you were really, really. Ooh, okay, that was good. If you were really good with your management of abilities and everything, you could probably do it in a reasonably fast time. And we just need to get rid of 1 more building, and we have enough money. And then we activate the bomb, and then that's the end of the space, or the Civ stage. So we wait for this entire song to reach the other side of the planet, and then everyone is ours. Yeah, for an IL, oh, absolutely. That would be so much faster to do it in an individual level state or setup. Because all you have to worry about is having the map layout. That works for you. But when you're doing it in a full run where you have everything already spelled out for you, it's just not likely to get a sub 5 on the civilization stage, unless it was an IL. So now we're in the space stage, and what's actually interesting about the space stage, and could be a really fun donation incentive, is you can make your own spaceship. You can make everything in this game, but the most fun you can make is the spaceship, because the spaceship gets a piece of the final cutscene, where you get some nice close-ups and these really cinematic shots going on through the cutscene, and so that makes a really good incentive for having a customized ship. Like you could have a Nintendo-themed or any other video game-themed spaceship, like a Samus's ship or Captain Oliver, or even Wheatley, things like that. So I think that would be a really cool donation incentive, and there are a ton of really well-designed spaceships that look like those. So that's just one thing I wanted to throw in there. But right now, we're at the start of the space stage, and we want to get the upgraded engine, and to do that, we have to get the frequent flyer badge. And each iteration of the frequent flyer badge gives us an upgraded engine. So we just got the first one. That gives us nothing. But to get the frequent flyer badge, you have to travel between 2 planets, 2 solar systems. or not 2, but just in general, every time you pass through a solar system, that adds 1 to the counter. And you need to pass through 400 solar systems to get the level 3 engine. And the level 3 engine is the maximum level we need to beat the game. So we just got the second one, which gives us the Interstellar Drive 2. And now we just need to travel through 400 starships, or star systems, and we get the level 3. The reason we're doing this now is because, for whatever reason, this mission is coded to not use energy. Because if I wanted to go to any of the other systems really close to me right now, it wouldn't let me because my mission says to go to this planet right here. But for whatever reason, they decided to code it so that you couldn't lose energy. And energy is used up anytime you travel between star systems, or when you use weapons or other tools in your arsenal. And the spaceship has a lot of tools and arsenals if you want to do like a 100% run of this game, which would be really hard. There are a lot of really cool tools, but we don't use a lot of them. We only use a couple. And they all use energy. If you look in the bottom right bar, you'll see a health bar and a little blue bar. That's the energy bar, and we've been traveling between these two planets for a really long time, and not a single drop has happened to our blue bar. Our blue bar has stayed perfectly stationary. And that's because this mission does not use energy. So this is a really good time for reading off maybe donations or doing any other kind of nice relaxing thing. This is a really good time to relax in your run, kind of work out your plan, because right now I have about 9 minutes to get to the center of the galaxy, and I can do it, and that would be really cool if I could. And so we just did it. We got our final iteration of the badge, and now we're gonna finish this mission off. So the space stage has kind of like a mini thing going on where you're discovering remnants of the other space stages past. You're seeing destroyed buildings and crashed ships, and they're leading you to the ultimate question: are we alone in the universe? And the answer is no. You are not alone in the universe. So it just kind of runs you through the mechanics of the game, through these little mini missions. Every time you talk to your civilization, they are like, oh hey, here's another mission you can do. And we don't really need to go through it, but it's actually really helpful if we do, because we want 2 things before we go to the center of the universe. We want to get the upgraded health, and we want to get the upgraded energy. And to do that, we have to do the Missionista badge, which is do 5 missions. But there's also another thing we get, which gives us energy packs, which are very helpful for getting to the center of the universe. And to do that, we need the Colonist badge, which requires you building 5 buildings. And so all these things coincide with each other, mission-wise. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. I accidentally clicked the planet, and you can't scroll out while you're traveling. You need to actually be on a planet before you can scroll out. So we're going to get 2 more missions here, and we're going to be all set. And yeah, you're right, Oniwaka, that is exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, I know it can count for any planet. You can place it on any planet and it'll count for the mission. But it's actually best to do it on that planet, because that planet comes with a very specific T-score that is proportional to what the mission they give you for. And it's the fastest. Probably the fastest. It coincides with everything. You ask if you want to terraform, and they give you a tool to terraform. And if you befriended this planet for the mission, this planet will be the easiest to terraform, because it's a guaranteed gonna work with 1 atmosphere generator. But 1 atmosphere generator is a little too slow, so we're gonna get a second one. If you look on the left, you'll see the mission objective, and it'll tell you what you can do. And if you place the atmosphere generator down, it'll tell you go back to your homeworld for more tools. And so since it loses no time while we're waiting for the atmosphere to generate, we can actually come back here, tell them, hey, I accidentally forgot what I was doing, and they'll be like, oh, okay, let me give you a tool, and they give you another one. And we can come back and then put it down, and it gives us that last little push over the edge, and we lose no time by doing it. We actually save ultimately we save time, but like I don't think the load times really make that much of an impact. So now we have a second atmosphere generator, and we have to terraform the planet. And to do that, you have to put down 3 plants, 2 herbivores, and 1 carnivore. And they give you all this at the start of the mission. They say, hey, here's a bunch of stuff, do it. And then we need to make an entertainment building, which are all pre-made, and 1 factory. And that completes two things at once. It gives us the final missionista badge by placing the colony, or the factory, and it gives us the colonist thing by placing 5 buildings. So now we've done everything we need to do, and now the fun part of the run. This is why everything we've done up to this point has been the way it is. We've been a carnivore, we were a predator, we were a social tribe, we were a religious nation. We did all of that just for this. And that is the Zealot Fanatic Frenzy upgrade. So we're going to come onto this T3 planet right here. And it's going to have a bunch of buildings. And now we own this planet. Just like that. So the Fanatical Frenzy basically automatically converts an entire planet, an entire solar system technically speaking, an entire solar system to your beliefs, and you capture the cities instantly. And then you can take all the buildings and you can sell them. Oh my goodness. And so we're going to sell all these buildings, which is going to be worth a lot of money. And then we're going to use all that money to buy everything we need. We really need around $1 million or so to have everything we need. And yeah, that's the other thing that happens. The reason this is such a powerful ability is it also breaks galactic code. So we're currently at war with every nation within 10 parsecs of us, because we just conquered this civilization. But now we can trade for energy packs, upgraded ship engine, health, energy. And another bonus is, because this is a double system, they have 2 planets. We can actually get everything we need right here, so we don't even need to travel to the other planets near us. So now we have everything we need, and we can head to the center of the universe. So that's that split. And don't be deceived, 2 minutes is not actually that great. I've been getting that same split all night. It could be faster with a more optimized start. So now we're heading to the center of the galaxy. And while we're doing it, we're also going to stop along the way to meet up with these other planets, and we're going to buy energy packs, upgrade our energy, these kind of things. These guys don't have it, so we just leave. So yeah, if you like to think of it, the Galactic Code is kind of like the Geneva Convention, where there are certain things you just don't do. And one of them is convert an entire solar system to your belief. It's kind of against the Galactic Code. Wow. Really bad luck here. We're wanting to find civilizations that have energy packs, because we want to have enough energy packs to get to the center of the galaxy. And to do that, we just need to buy them. And to buy them, we need to hope that whatever we find has them. Usually blue faces have them. They usually have a lot of items for trade. And yes, they do have it. We also need to get our upgrade our charge, our energy, as we go further and further into the center of the universe. And we stop for pretty much almost every civilization we find along the way, but once we get towards the center, we want to only stop once more before we reach the end. And about 5 or 6 is good enough to get to the center, so we should be enough after we get this guy, and then one more stop near the center. So it's getting really close. I don't think we're going to get a sub 50, but we're going to be very close. Unfortunately, a really bad creature stage cost us the ability to get it. But that's okay. This should be our final stop, and then we'll be bum rushing it into the center. So we're going to head to the right. And we just crossed the final gap to get to the center of the galaxy. Or, sorry, this is the final gap to get to the center of the galaxy. We're going to be using pause strats to help us along, because we don't want to make a full stop. We want to be able to choose our next destination before we make a full stop, because we want to maintain our speed. As you get closer and closer to the center of the galaxy, this is bad. Actually, I have no idea where I am. Everything's too far away. Everything's too far away. There we go. So unfortunately we managed to somehow lose our speed, but we'll be fine. We just gotta get to this little last stretch, and we're home free. Oh, please don't be a dead end. Whew, that was close. Oh, no, go, 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 go. Okay, that's all the energy we need. So now we're gonna get to the center. Oh, please. Go. So there it is, the center of the galaxy. Basically 2 clicks away. And we didn't get a sub 51, but that was very close. And that's time. And then we get a nice cutscene which uses our spaceship, which we'll see at the end.
Greetings, my friend. You have traveled very far and overcome many obstacles. Along the way, you have encountered many of your diverse, far-flung siblings. Precious few of them will make it this far. Your heroic efforts have proven you deserving, worthy of advancement to the next level of your existence. The universe you inhabit is but one of many. Countless worlds, unseen but yet connected. Your creative efforts have not gone unnoticed. Indeed, they have spilled into these other unseen worlds, just as your world is being enriched by them. It is now time for you to join us. Join us. No, just kidding. It's not scary. Indeed, the time's ready. They are good. Really good. Some of you may ask, who is this mysterious voice who knows so much and possesses such great powers? I'm glad you asked.
So yeah, you can have any number of spaceships here, like Samus, or Captain Olimar, or Star Fox, or Captain Falcon. Any number of spaceship or space-themed characters. There are a ton of them out there. We can have a bid war on which ones, and that'd be really cool. And we get to see some nice close-ups and cinematic shows going on of the spaceship, as well as in the other parts of the stage. And also they give another mission, which is to find a rare planet. And it's actually really, really cool. I don't know if I can find it in this run, but it's basically a mission to find planet Earth. And it's in the same spot in every game. It's in the same part of the galaxy. But unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult to find it. Especially with limited resources, but yeah, that's Spore. It's very, very consistent to beat in under an hour. I had a very bad run with horrible RNG. Like, just the worst RNG for the creature in Tribal and Civilization stage. And I just barely missed out on a sub 1 hour. But it can very consistently be beaten in under an hour. Everything's relatively close to being about 15 minutes or less to beat in each stage. Cell is 5 minutes, creature is 15. Tribal's like about 10 minutes. Civilization's like anywhere between 5 and 7 minutes. And then getting to the center from there is like 15 minutes. So thank you for watching, and you can no longer enter the center of the galaxy once you do that. But you get this new weapon, which is called the Staff of Life, and it basically instantly terraforms any planet you use it on, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's Spore. So yeah, to